Billie Rae Bates, and we are here at AwesomeCon again. You see all this awesomeness behind me on the convention floor. There is a lot of action down there, and we are excited to be back taping on location at AwesomeCon DC. So what are we going to talk about this time? Well, how about upcoming TV and movie projects? And I'm going to introduce for you my panel of guests that are going to help me discuss that today. We have Evan Keeling, Maurice James, and Patrick Michael Strange.
What's going on, people?
Welcome, everybody. I know what I want to start with. I'm really excited. Okay, we've been spoiled. We really have been spoiled because we've had Flash, Arrow, Gotham on TV. We've had all this great Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.,
Yes.
Agent Carter, all this great geeky stuff to watch. But coming up is going to be a chick show, Supergirl on CBS, and I am really excited about that for a variety of reasons. So I want to talk about that one first. What are you expecting with that new Supergirl show based on what you've heard about it so far? Patrick, start us out.
The trailer, I really enjoyed the trailer. It looks awesome. And then not too long after the trailer, we got it leaked. The pilot was leaked online. I did check it out, and I'm a fan. I love it. I'm looking for something that myself as a father of a 7-year-old girl can watch, and it's everything that I want in that. So I'm really excited. I can't wait to see the rest of the series. So super excited about it.
Yeah, what about you, Maurice?
Sorry, but I didn't like the trailer.
No!
You
I didn't like it. And, you know what's my problem with like TV, comic book shows?
Yeah.
I've been burned too many times. Because Smallville, as much as it was like a Superman show, it wasn't. Like Clark Kent was not around that long as a teenager, you know. So I've been burned too many times.
That's
Supergirl,
interesting.
I seen the pilot. I mean, in the trailer, it seemed okay, but I wasn't sold on it.
That's interesting that you mentioned Smallville, because I think the comparisons are inevitable. I'm sure it's going to be a totally different show, but everybody's going to be kind of thinking Smallville.
I'm just burned. That's all. Just burned.
Well, but it's still like it's a light show. It's going to be nice because it's a light show. It'll be sort of different than what they're putting out there. It is something, like, I agree with my man here that it's like, you know, it's something I'd be happy for my daughter to watch. She's getting into comics, she's getting into Supergirl, she's getting into like Wonder Woman. It's something that she can get really into, and it's, you know, I mean, even if it is different, it doesn't really matter. The Supergirl comic's still going to be there at the end of the day. It doesn't, you know, like, it doesn't matter how much they change it.
Well, the
You're never
fact
gonna
that
lose,
they are putting this show out there in the fall and they feel like a female can carry a show, that is exciting to me. Because we know how the movies that have been made around female superhero characters have not always done as well.
Exactly. That's why I want this to be successful, because
Yes.
it is so limited as far as female representation in superhero films and TV. So, yes, I'm super excited about it. The pilot was awesome. It's online, people. I can let you know where it is if you want to really check it out. But
I'm ready.
And
I'll be tuning in.
I love her costume.
Yes.
Okay, I love her costume. I think they're wise to go with the darker colors. They're matching the Henry Cavill Superman. They're matching the Flash and Arrow darker colors, a little more sophisticated, savvy, dignified, not the brights, because you can't really go bright because then you come off as hokey and all that. So I think the costume is beautiful. It's got the skirt.
Yeah.
It's got everything. The only beef I have with the costume, can you guys imagine what that is from a chick perspective?
The boots?
Hosiery! There's no reason to put that beautiful young girl in her 20s in hosiery. It's ridiculous. Hosiery, no. No on hosiery. The boots go up to here. No need for hosiery. Please, please. No hosiery. Okay, but what do you guys think of the costume? No, really, Evan.
No, I mean, otherwise I think it looks, I mean, it's a nice outfit, and it looks good, and it doesn't sort of harken back to some of those like 90s Supergirls with the skirt that was up to the crotch and all
not
that
the
stuff.
animated series, not the little white t-shirt or anything, but the standard blue and
The look
red.
of what I would think it would look like. So yeah, it's true to it. So I can dig the costume. I can dig it.
Yeah,
it's covered enough for a dad who wants her daughter to be costumes.
there you go. He's thinking like a dad. Yes.
It's not an Amikami version of the costume.
It's like when we pulled up, like the first thing we pulled up when my wife dropped me and my daughter off, was we looked out and there was a girl walking down the street with a skirt and her butt hanging out, and my daughter's like, huh? Well, I was like, honey, you're going to see a lot of butts today. Just get, get used to it. That's why I told you to wear a longer skirt. It's good, you know.
Okay, so also looking forward to in the fall, Legends of Tomorrow.
Yes.
Bouncing off Flash and Arrow, borrowing a lot of the characters from Flash and Arrow. What do you think of that?
I only saw season 1 of Arrow, and I have one episode left of Flash. So I'm Arrow season 2 and 3. I haven't seen it yet, so a lot of it is confusing to me, but it looks cool. I saw the trailer, it looks awesome. I'm curious how Captain Cold is now with this group of heroes.
And I love Captain Cold. He kind of
but he's
crosses
awesome,
over.
Captain
He goes
Cold is
good,
awesome.
he goes bad, he doesn't really know
And
what he's
shout
doing, but
out
I
to the
love
producers
the
that probably watched Prison Break.
Oh yes, they
that
got both
put
of them.
Captain Cold and Heat Wave
Fire
together.
And ice together. Oh,
Awesome.
yes.
Awesome.
Love that.
And the
Love
Clock
that.
King. There was a lot of Prison Break people from there, which I was a fan of Prison Break, so I'm loving it.
Those are also good characters. Even like I mean they've had a lot of like you had a long run of them doing sort of that sort of dark heroic stuff, and Clock King was always good for that.
I think out of that show, I think Hawk Girl,
Yes.
she was pretty fly.
I'm loving
She was
seeing Hawk Girl
she was
even
pretty
included.
fly.
I think
yeah,
that's great.
I thought that was out of all of those characters, I thought Hawk Girl, I'm like, oh, I can get down with that. 'Cause I didn't think they would go that far with it. Because that's like they're really getting deep into it, having Hawk Girl on
But
there.
you know what was confusing? I looked it up online the other night. They're not calling her Shaira.
Oh, okay.
She's like another, I mean, she's not Shaira Ho? I don't know. I'm confused by that. But I love seeing Hawk Girl.
Yeah, Hawk Girl. That's my biggest pull from that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the Nuggets? They had Rip Hunter. Who ever thought we would have saw Rip Hunter,
No.
DC Comics
Obscure,
character,
huh?
on the screen?
Wow.
Before a lot of other
Yeah.
characters. Really? But it's cool. I'm loving it too.
Okay, well, that about brings us to the end of our first segment, and we have got something cool coming up for you, and then we are coming back to maybe talk about some movies that are coming up that we're excited about.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you? Gary, financial aid forms. Biology homework, G. What? Picking a college, man. You and us go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos. Ulysses Campbell for Fantastic Forum. I'm here at AwesomeCon DC and have the privilege of being with the one, the only Darth Vader, Mr. Dave Prowse. Thanks for being with us.
Look, it's nice to be here, actually. Lovely. Yeah, long flight. Long flight over from London, but it's still a pleasure to be with you. Yeah.
Well, we're sure happy to have you. I mean, the man himself, the Sith Lord.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
I had the privilege of moderating the panel, Star Wars panel, with you and Tim Rose and Ray Park, and there were some very interesting things that came out of that.
Yeah,
Tell me one.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things I thought was kind of funny was when you were talking about how the British government engaged you to be the person who went out to schools talking about traffic safety.
Yeah. I portrayed a character in Great Britain called the Green Cross Code Man, and the Green Cross Code was a code which every child in Great Britain would learn at school. So I used to travel around all these different schools, talking to what we call the junior side, which is like a 4 to 11-year-olds, no older ones, just the 4 to 11-year-olds. And as I said, we used to maybe, I mean, I used to have a sort of minimum of about 300 to 400 children at a time to talk to, see. And at the end of the talks, if I had about 5 or 10 minutes left over, I used to say, now, look, any of you kids got any questions you want to ask me? About road safety and all the rest of it. How every hand goes up in the school, every question I got, it was all to do with Star Wars, yeah. But the fact that I was Darth Vader, it helped the Green Cross Code Man get the message over, which is lovely. I became a very, very popular character, with the children because one worked with the other one all the time. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, you, it was sort of unique, your role, because, of course, you're bodybuilder, huge guy, they put you in this suit, but when the mask came off in Return of the Jedi, they got another actor, I think it was Sebastian Shaw, to be the face of Darth Vader, and James Earl Jones did the voice of Darth Vader all along.
The James Earl Jones thing, what happened was I did the voice of Vader all the way through all the way through Star Wars.
Start tearing this ship apart piece by piece until you find those tapes. Find the passengers of this vessel. I want them alive.
And then what happened is at the end of I kept on saying to Lucas, what are we going to do about the voice? Because everything I'm saying is like coming through the mask, and it's obviously no good for reproduction purposes. You see, he said, don't worry, we're going to the sound studios and re-record all your dialogue. You see, so I automatically thought it was me that was going to go and do it. You see, so anyway, what happened? They got to the end of the movie, and next thing I know, they've chased back to America. They've gone, and then of course the next thing I've heard is that they've got James Earl Jones in to come in and overdub all my dialogue. Yeah, yeah.
Well, but you're one of the most popular, if not the most popular character in the trilogy, and your presence resonates even through these new movies that they're doing. So, I mean, I just think it's a shame that we never got to see your face because nobody really knows who you are.
No, I know. It's a terrible situation. Yeah. This is one of the reasons why I can travel all over the world and walk around outside with perfectly sort of unattacked, as it were, by anybody.
Well, yeah. I mean, of course, everybody knows your name, and you come out to these conventions, and just the warmth that I felt from the thunderous crowd that was there yesterday morning. I mean, that was just great. What's it like to be?
As Peter Cabaldi's, but it's still good. It's still good. Yeah.
Well, but I tell you what, a lot more people know you.
Yeah, probably worldwide. Yeah, they would.
Yeah. But just tell me, I mean, what's it like to be a cultural icon?
I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I thoroughly enjoying the fact that something I did all those years ago is standing me in good stead for traveling around the world and earning my living, as it were. I mean, what could be nicer? To travel to and fro America and come over, talk about Star Wars and things that I've done and get paid for it. It's lovely. I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
I can only imagine.
And of course, I've got to remember too, I'm getting older, as it were. I'm now 80, so it's I don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing this. Yeah, as long as I can stay mobile, I think I'm all right.
Well, 80 years young, 80 years wise.
Young, that's right, yeah.
And there will
I'm still training, still working out. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got a gymnasium at the bottom of my garden. I built a house down, a shed, big, lovely big wooden outhouses that were down at the bottom of the garden, and I got all the weights down there and all my equipment, and the place is full of pictures of bodybuilders and famous film stars that I work with. Yeah.
Well, you competed in Mr. Universe and all the various bodybuilding competitions. Right?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I competed, but I really stood no chance of winning anything. The really tall guys, don't get the same sort of power and physique as the smaller guys. So it's okay. Up to about 6'1", you're okay. You can develop a really powerful physique. I mean, you can think of people like Steve Reeves and Reg Park and all the all the big American bodybuilders. The really good guys, the really big guys, are basically the 6-footers, just 5'9" to 6-footers. You don't get many. They're up in the 6'6", 6'7", which is where I was. Yeah. And on top of that, my biggest problem of the lot was that you enter these competitions, you see, and all you're wearing is a pair of trunks, you see. Yeah. But I have what is regarded as the most ugly feet that anybody could wish to have, and I've gone in for competitions, and I placed second or third and things like this. And I said, I feel I'm much better than the bloke that won it, And they say, well, no, you're fantastic until we looked at your feet. And I said, well, I can't train with hammer toes, can I? It was quite strange, but I still thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, I got into the Mr. Universe contest and the Mr. Great Britain competition and all those. But then I thought to myself, well, this. I'm not getting anywhere. I'm not getting, the notoriety that I want. So I changed over to competitive weightlifting, and then of course I became the British heavyweight weightlifting champion. Yeah.
Now, of course, we have these new movies that J.J. Abrams is doing, and you are again cultural icon as Darth Vader. But is there any chance at all that we might get to see you in some of the new movies?
I cross my fingers here. I don't know, because I didn't have a very happy relationship with Lucasfilm, and as a result, they've tended to ignore me ever since the final filming of Jedi, and so I get on with my life and do all the different things that I want to do, but I've got no. I've got no association, with the people that make, the Star Wars type movies these days.
Well, that's a great shame because I'm sure that everybody would love to finally see your face. You know, so
I'd love them to. Yeah, it would be super. Yeah.
J.J. Abrams, if you're listening, we need to see this man's face in these new Star Wars movies. What do you say?
Yeah, good. Well done, James. I'm looking forward to meeting you. Yeah.
Mr. Prowse, thank you so much because I personally.
Less than Mr. Prowse, it's Dave. Yeah.
Dave, man, I tell you, I've
yeah.
gotten a tremendous amount of enjoyment from your work,
Lovely.
and it's just such a thrill and a privilege to get to talk to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Ulysses Campbell for Fantastic Forum here at AwesomeCon with the one and only cultural icon, Mr. Dave Prowse. We'll be right back.
As an American, it's hard to hear that we have a serious hunger issue in our country. And as a parent, it's even harder to hear that 1 in 5 of our kids struggles with hunger, especially when billions of pounds of good food are wasted every year. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide billions of meals to families in need right in your community. Visit feedingamerica.org to support Feeding America in your local food bank. Together we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course.
Hi, we're Comic-Con Cuties, and you're watching Fantastic Forum.
We are back on Fantastic Forum. I'm Billie Rae Bates, your host, and we are at AwesomeCon having an awesome time. And we are talking about upcoming TV and movie projects that are exciting to us as geeky people, especially those of a superhero nature. And let's turn to the big screen now. We've been talking about TV projects, so let's turn to movie projects. And there are a lot of big ones coming up. We've had a lot of big movies the past 5 or 10 years. Let's talk Batman, Superman, Dawn of Justice. I love Batman, I love Superman. One thing I don't love is when they cram a lot of stuff into some of these movies. I don't know, are you guys agreeing? Are they putting too many characters in? Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Flash, Cyborg?
Well,
I mean, everybody?
Not to do it right, because if you watch any X-Men movie, there are a ton of characters in the movie. So
yeah, they have done those well.
So they know how to balance it
now.
now. They learn from Avengers and any other movie, ensemble cast. You can put a lot of characters in there, it's all about the balance. If they balance it all right, they're perfect, they're fine.
Colossal battles, yes.
You gotta figure out how to have an arc for each person. I mean, and some people are just gonna have a small arc. They're gonna have an arc, like a little bit to the thing that happens to them. Some people are gonna have a bigger arc and be a larger. I mean, and obviously Batman and Superman are gonna have the largest arc in that because it's their movie. But
right, and Wonder Woman will have, I think, a pretty big role because they're really hyping her up. And then the other guys, Flash and all of the Aquaman, probably small stuff, I guess.
Just sprinkle it in there so they can, just give you a little tease of it so they get you hyped for
Justice League movies, of which there are going to be a couple, right? Oh my gosh! And then Suicide Squad, crazy.
There's so much stuff online about it though. Like there's so many.
They're leaking pretty much everything out.
I think they're doing it on purpose. I think it's on purpose.
Drive us crazy.
But I'm okay with it.
You're okay with it?
Yeah, because I'm a fan of Margot Robbie. She is looking mighty nice as Harley Quinn, so
wow.
just gotta say that.
And that was
Not
kind
gonna
of
let my daughter watch that though. This isn't the Harley Quinn from. She can watch the Batman the animated
back
series.
to
Harley.
Dad.
I don't think I even tried to broach that subject with my daughter. I just be like, I don't know anything about that. I think that's trying to throw a lot out there to kind of catch up with Marvel. So they're just like, we got to put.
But they're like 7 years behind.
Yeah, exactly. It's like we got to put as many people out there at once, and then kind of rush.
Okay, so as far as the Marvel stuff, we just saw an Avengers movie, Age of Ultron. It was a great one. We got another Avengers movie coming up. What are your expectations for that?
Ant-Man looks awesome. Yellow Jacket, that whole scene where they're on that train set on a table. I'm sold. Although I would have liked to have seen the Shaun of the Dead guy that was Edgar Wright, who was the initial writer-director on it, who left the project. I would have loved to see his version, but from what I'm seeing, I'm happy with it.
Marvel's been pretty solid with who they picked for directors.
Exactly.
So the last 5-10 years of Marvel has been pretty solid. So I'm not concerned at all, man. Just let them ride that train, man. They're like 5 for 5 right now. They're like it's all been a hit, man. So.
And then you got Captain America, another Captain America movie coming up with Scarlet Witch. I love the introduction of Scarlet Witch that we just had, so I'm going to be loving to see her again.
And they're leaking pretty much everything on that too, aren't they?
How can you keep
We've seen
any
Crossbones
secrets
now.
nowadays?
They haven't shown the Black Panther yet, which I'm dying to see.
Oh, I know, right?
I'm dying to see. I'm dying to see that.
They're also doing a pretty good job of introducing characters like they did with Crossbones, where it's like a person like you won't necessarily know who it is, but they know that okay, next time that's going to become something else, or this is going to become something.
It's an amazing time, man. It's an amazing time for like film.
It's good to be a geek, y'all.
I tell you, like Marvel's added maybe like 20 years to my life. Because they gave me like 20, they gave me like 10 more years of movies to like really like look forward to. I'm trying. I
got something to live for
I'm
now.
I'm eating healthy.
You can go on.
Drinking smoothies, going green and stuff, so I can live for these movies.
I'm just hoping they get at least a little Ditko with the Doctor Strange movie. You get some weird orbs floating around, stuff like that.
All right, guys. Hey, this has been an awesome conversation, but I have to go do a photo shoot with my charity costuming group. We go entertain at schools and hospitals. So, Cos, love y'all, man. I gotta get out of here.
Okay, bye, Patrick. No, whoa.
What the hell? I was driving down the road. What the hell am I doing here?
Welcome, Ulysses.
I guess. My car just cracked up somewhere, though.
Okay, well, since you're here, tell us what you're looking forward to on coming up on TV and movies. Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow,
okay.
Batman, Superman, Dawn of Justice. What do you think?
Well, actually, I don't know that I'm looking forward to some of this stuff. I'm kind of dreading. I mean, this Batman, Superman, Dawn of Justice thing, that should be the greatest movie of all time. I mean, any movie a live action movie that first meeting of Superman and Batman, this should be epic. But it's going to suck.
Why?
Well,
Why?
it's loosely based on, well, I know. Trust me, bro, I know, okay? Because, and I don't have no inside information or anything, it's just that it's based loosely on Frank Miller's The Dark Knight, which was out of ordinary continuity, okay? Now, out of the regular continuity, this whole thing as, Batman in his 50s, coming back, the superheroes have been outlawed. Superman is the only one with license to operate. You do it like that, it's fine. But this is the first meeting that leads to the formation of the Justice League? It's like, I don't see it, okay?
People always want to show Batman beating up Superman. I mean, that's just what people always draw to that. They're just like, oh, we got to do Frank Miller because we want to watch Batman beat up Superman.
And that works for some stuff. Like, okay, I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to, season 2 of Daredevil.
I've heard so many good things about Daredevil. I have not seen it.
It was amazing.
See, I don't do Netflix, and I hear lots of good things about
It was
Netflix,
amazing.
and I have
So
not
you
done
haven't
Netflix.
seen House of Cards either?
No,
Or Orange
and
is
I
the New
love
Black?
Robin Wright.
And you-
Oh my gosh, no! I've heard all kinds of things
As far
about all
as
these
far as Daredevil, I didn't know what to expect, but being on Netflix, I knew they can go far with it. And they went pretty far, for a TV comic book show, yeah.
Oh yeah, well, that's actually another show where we talk about the differences between what they can do on network TV versus the difference between what they can do on Netflix and HBO.
I
Maurice,
jumped.
Tune in tomorrow.
Thank you. But you're right. But still, I'm looking forward to season 2. I mean, we talking about stuff I'm looking forward to, and just stuff that's coming up. Oh, there was that Supergirl thing. That y'all, I mean, I don't know. For all I know, y'all talked about that already.
We might
but,
have, yeah.
No,
I think we did.
Yeah, because that thing was it was leaked, online.
Hello.
I'm like, I ain't never seen nothing leaked like that. You do leaked with that's like a wink, and yeah.
It's only
Very
leaking the pilot.
conveniently.
It's not,
Yeah, but I did see that extended pilot, whatever it is, like the 6-minute thing. First look, they called it. And that looked pretty good.
Yeah.
I was very impressed with
And
that.
they borrowed from characters like Lois and Clark in the 90s. You had Cat Grant, played by Tracy Scoggins. Loved Tracy Scoggins. And so they're bringing that character back into it, changing it a little bit, but it's Callista Flockhart.
Yeah.
So I'm interested in seeing what happens with that.
Well, who I generally like. I like Callista Flockhart, but I don't think I'm going to like her as Cat Grant. Cat Grant is a different kind of character, and I just don't see Callista Flockhart in that role. And also they've got Cat Grant as the head of whatever
it
thing
looks
it
like
is,
they're buttoning her down a little bit. She's not as catty as Tracy Scoggins was
That's
in
a good
that
way to
role.
put that.
Okay, so getting away from superheroes a little bit, if we could. Maurice, I love your shirt. What about Star Wars? We got some big action coming on with Star Wars.
Well, let me just say this. Huge Star Wars fan, as you can see by this awesome shirt I got on. I'm telling you, when I saw that second trailer, I literally had like almost a tear in my eye, man. I had like a feeling down my spine. It's like just how J.J. Abrams is really capturing that old school vibe of like what I really want from the movies.
So you think he's doing it well?
J.J. he did a good job with Star Trek, and now Star Wars he's going to kill it.
Hold up.
Oh yeah.
No, he did not. Young man, I gotta cut you there, because he has no idea what he's doing with Star Trek.
Hey, look.
That thing they called Star Trek had nothing to do with Star Trek.
You know, I grew up with the Next Generation, so
It had nothing to do with Next
I know.
Generation.
I may not be so in touch with Kirk like you are. I mean,
Let me tell you something. William Shatner's sitting right down there. We can go get him, and he will whoop your real ass for what you did.
Get a free flight
because he wasn't allowed to be in the movies. Like Nimoy got to be in it, Kirk didn't.
Yeah.
He'll be cranky already.
So anything else we're looking forward to coming up?
Just all the upcoming Marvel movies, man. Just everything. Like, anything they got going on as far as comic book, like sci-fi, I'm down with it. So just keep it coming, man. Keep it coming. Keep it young. Keep it young.
Oh wait, the topic was stuff we're looking forward to?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just stuff that was coming up. I didn't
Are
know.
you just joining us or something?
I know. I was just beamed in here.
I'm really excited
Oh wait,
for
that's
Iron
right.
Fist. I'm really excited for Iron Fist. That's what I'm waiting for. I like that character. I like all those street level Marvel characters. They did such a good job with Daredevil. I'm ready for like Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and Iron Fist all building into that. A lot of fun.
Okay, well that's about all the time that we have for today. We are so glad that you could join us for this discussion, and we hope that we will have fun, lots of fun out there at AwesomeCon today, and we hope that you'll join us again next time for another scintillating discussion. I want to thank all of our panelists.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
check us out online. Check us out online, fantasticforum.tv. Like us on Facebook, please, and send us your comments and your questions, and maybe you'll see them on a future episode. We'll see you next time.
Join the Fantastic Forum fan community on Facebook and follow us on Twitter for all the latest news and updates.